Hey guys, it's Robyn, and I have a very special guest here. So I have Alexis, who is our amazing finance lead on the team. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Alexis. I'm in grade 12, and I'm so happy to be here today with Robyn.
Okay, awesome. Let's get into it.
So, we are a part of Manitoulin Metal FRC Team 6865, straight from the heart of Manitoulin Island.
Today's episode is a breath of fresh spring air. We're calling it In Honor of Spring, Eco Actions in Robotics and in the World.
Because robotics isn't just about metal, motors, and code, it's about making green choices that shape a better world. Diving into how our team is working towards a greener future, from robotic builds to local environmental action, and sharing real strategies you can take on your own team or in your community.
To top it off, we'll walk you through our official environmental sustainability toolkit we made. It's also for other first teams. It's practical, tested, and definitely ready to go.
So grab your reusable water bottle and let's get into it. BEEyond Robotics can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Kick off with a bit of team history. Manitoulin Metal wasn't just created to compete, it was born to connect. Connect island youth with global STEM opportunities and connect innovation with sustainability. As we build our robots out of metal, motors, and plastics, the question was always, how do we innovate without harming our future?
Basically, we're saying, from the beginning, we've made eco-responsibility a part of how we build, compete, and operate. It's not just a side project. It's part of our team's ethos. So, basically, it's just extremely important to us, hence our B's.
First, and in our own lives, sustainability means to be able to keep something going financially, socially, and environmentally. It's about building systems that last without burning out people or the planet.
And especially when it comes to environmental sustainability. Specifically, we're talking about preventing the depletion of natural resources, not just for us, but for the generations that follow.
This means choosing practices that support long-term health over short-term gain. In robotics, it means reducing waste energy efficiently, designing with reuse and repair in mind. One of our early projects was to start a battery recycling program, and now our school is a call to recycle center for Manitoulin. And beyond!
Created a carbon calculator so we can be aware of the energy we use as a team, including distance travel, and developed carbon offsets and purchased carbon credits to reduce our carbon footprint. And our carbon calculator is also available for all other teams to use in our sustainability toolkit, which is in our bio and all over our social media, actually. So check it out if you want to.
Sponsor shout out to Providence Bay Spring Bay Lions Club. Thank you for being one of our legacy sponsors, and we appreciate all you do for us. So thank you.
We love you so much, and we're so insanely grateful for you. Next segment, it's eco-engineering, building a sustainable robot. Let's get hands-on. What does it look like to design a robot that's competition-ready and climate-conscious?
First up, modularity. Build your robot so that the subsystems like your intake, shooter, or elevator can be repurposed or reconfigured in future years.
To build it correctly, you can use your elevator across multiple seasons with just a few tweaks. It saves money, aluminium, and hours and hours of work. I know it took us, how long did it take us to get the elevator done on our bot, on Behemoth?
It took us around, I want to say 3 weeks, because it was like our first time building an elevator, so we wanted to make sure we built it properly so we could reuse it.
Epic.
Carbon-heavy shipping. We try to 3D print smartly and try to reduce waste.
One of our main things that we've recently got into, well, a lot more into over the last couple years is CAD, and using it to its full potential. Simulate before printing or cutting. It saves tons of materials, and it definitely improves your designs. This year, I was working on CADing the base for our robot. I used Onshape, although if you're just getting started, Fusion 360 is a lot easier to learn right away. I love Onshape though, because it's a lot easier to wrap around after you have had some base skills. So if you're not doing CAD, definitely get into it because it's absolutely epic.
And another way is to buy local. We try to source our parts and tools from nearby businesses, which reduces our shipping emissions, and it supports the local economy. And it lowers our carbon footprint. So it's a win-win-win.
Also practice energy efficiency in the build room and the pit. Use energy-efficient lighting, LEDs, in your workspace and pit.
Design electrical systems to be low draw when idle. Turn off subsystems that don't need constant power. Charge batteries on timers or smart plugs to avoid unnecessary overnight charging.
Oh, it's time for a sponsor shout out. So, special shout out to our legacy sponsor, R&R Eats and Treats. We love you and your food's amazing.
This is segment 2, taking action.
Choices don't always have to be big. Sometimes it's just choosing reusability over convenience, but the effect definitely adds up.
How can you green your pit and outreach? Maybe use signage like vinyl banners or digital displays. Bring refillable water bottles, recycle materials on site.
Us, we set up solar panels at our school to charge robot batteries and power tools, and right now we are hosting an e-waste drive. So that's what we are doing right now while we're waiting for people to come in and drop off their e-waste.
An e-waste drive is a community collection event where people can drop off old, broken, or unused electronics to be properly recycled. Your team collects it like end-of-life computers, phones, tablets,
monitors, keyboards, cables, batteries, chargers, and other electronic accessories.
Partners with EarthCare and Espanola, a certified electronics recycling service, to ensure the materials are safely and responsibly handled, keeping toxic waste out of landfills and precious metals in circulation.
Know that over 50 million metric tons of e-waste are generated globally every year, and less than 20% is formally recycled. So that's actually insane. So everybody needs a bit of a role on that, because first of all, you could save so much money on resources, and second of all, you could save our environment, which needs a little love and care.
Old electronics often contain toxic substances like lead, mercury, and cadmium that leach into soil and water if dumped in landfills. And many devices contain valuable materials like gold, silver, and copper that can be recovered and reused. 1 metric ton of e-waste contains more gold than a ton of mined ore.
What's even crazier is that the average Canadian household has at least 3 to 5 unused or broken electronics just collecting dust, just waiting to be recycled.
Recycling 1 million laptops saves the same amount of energy as it takes to power 3,500 homes for a year.
Hi, thanks for coming to our e-waste drive.
Hey, I'm really happy that you guys are running this, because this stuff was just taking up space in my house.
What kind of things did you bring us today?
An old microwave, an old video recorder, a couple of old VCRs. I've got an old TV, CRT TV that had to go in there, and part of an old stereo system.
Amazing. Thank you for supporting the e-waste drive and helping the planet.
All right, well, thank you.
I came on the ferry this morning up to my weekend visit on the island, and I saw the Facebook notice of the collection of e-waste, and I cleaned out my closets and brought 3, I think the vintage must be about 1990 portable TVs.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We're so glad you stopped by.
What a wonderful project you got going here. I'm really thankful to see it.
All right. You brought some stuff to our e-waste drive. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a good cause. And, you know, there's always stuff that you can get rid of, right? There's TVs, there's computers, printers. We brought some devices in from local companies here, like old laptops, old computers. We have a couple of printers, but we'll see them next year. And of course, next year we're going to do this again because it is a great cause.
We're here at our e-waste drive. It is a beautifully rainy day, but we have tons of e-waste. We have the most e-waste we've ever had. So, in this first bin over here, what do we have in here? A fan. We have printers. We have a bunch of wire. Second bin. Oh, here's a microwave. Another TV.
I've got
CD player. A dish. Like a satellite dish. More computers. We've got an old TV with the big back. A toaster oven. Heater, propane tank, image maker. We got 4 smart boards. We've got our battery bin, which is almost full. Bunch of computers. All of these ones, a CD player, and then a working keyboard. And a treadmill in this one. And a bunch more keyboards, bunch of computers. Oh, no way.
What is that?
That is, it's like the driving sim thing. I don't know. Vacuum cleaner and a bunch more laptops and cords. We have giant TV, a bunch more keyboards, a bunch more. Don't just build a robot, build a culture of sustainability. We incorporate sustainability goals into all aspects of our business plan with clear eco goals.
Sponsors shout out time. So special shout out to Steel Home Hardware in Gorbet. Love you.
Segment 3, first checklist, how to green your team.
Hey y'all, get your notebooks out because this is where we introduce the environmental sustainability checklist from our toolkit available on our YouTube channel and our link tree on our Instagram.
Y'all, start by revising your business plan to integrate sustainability in your executive summaries. Show your green commitment. In your mission statement, include environmental values.
Obviously, set short and long-term goals for waste reduction and carbon tracking. Reflect your values in your budget, fundraising, marketing, or outreach.
A whole section to our sustainability plan, outlining travel, carbon tracking, solar panels in the shop, and local partnership goals.
If you're not sure where to start? Carbon calculator linked in our toolkit to measure your team's CO2 emissions. Include things like travel to events, energy use in your workshop, and shipping emissions.
Have a team meeting to go over the data. Raise awareness, brainstorm ways to reduce your footprint, make sustainability a team value, not just one person's passion project. Shout out. Thank you to Henderson Electric. We love you. And only do they provide us with monetary donations, they also help us with transportation to our elementary school visits and any of our community outreach and competition.
Reducing, offsetting, and action projects. We've learned that some emissions are just part of the game, like traveling to events and flying to worlds. That's where carbon credits come in. Credits help you offset what you can't reduce. Every credit represents 1 metric ton of CO2 captured or avoided. By purchasing credits, you fund projects that absorb or prevent emissions, like reforestation efforts or renewable energy installations. We've used less.ca, which is LESS.ca, to purchase carbon credits for our air travel, and we recommend the David Suzuki Foundation's guide to learn more.
Just offset. Act. Here's some carbon cutting actions straight from our toolkit. Change to LED bulbs. Turn off unused tech. Unplug chargers when idle. Turn down the heat. Try a vegetarian team challenge. Run a battery e-waste or clothing drive. Plant trees. Start a compost bin, source parts locally, explore renewable energy for your shop. We even run a STEM and sustainability conference, which included outdoor activities, tree planting, and robot demos. A great mix of STEM and stewardship. That's what FIRST is all about. Sponsor shout out to RBC Wealth Management. Thank you for being such an amazing sponsor for us over the years.
Segment 5, a high five. Did it? Haha. Make it stick. Here is your high five. 5 practical ways to build a sustainable team this spring. Sustainability into your team business plan and goals. And 2, use the carbon calculator to measure your environmental impact.
Host an eco challenge, like a no waste week or vegetarian lunch day.
Educate and celebrate. Share your actions on social media, at outreach events, and definitely with sponsors.
5. Enjoy and protect your green spaces. Our team has many favorite green spaces. Sam's favorite is his treehouse, Nate's is his family farm, Ryan is his bee yard, and our mentor Miss Black loves her camp on the south shore of Manitoulin.
Eco actions our team makes in their personal lives. Maddie uses recyclable containers in her lunch to limit the amount of time-used plastics. I save rainwater to water my plants, and I love gardening. Zal's is when he performs water changes in his aquarium, he waters his houseplants with the old water. And Miss Bauer drives an electric car. And Alexis, my bae, composts her food scraps.
Sustainability isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Small changes building big momentum. It's not only the off season, it's also the season of renewal. It's when we grow, not just as teams, but as people and as a movement.
Teaches us that technology should serve humanity. I believe it should serve the planet too.
Team takes one thing from today's episode. Let it be this. You don't need to be a green expert to start acting green. Just pick one action and begin.
And if you want help or ideas, a speaker, reach out. Our Hive inbox is always open. To contact with us on our website or on any of our social medias.
For our final sponsor shout out to the Gene Haas Foundation. Thank you for your contribution to our team over the years. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you, listeners. We just wanted to say thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you haven't already, check out all of our other ones.
Next episode will be in June. Our team will share their summer plans and we will hear from our grads about their plans for next year. Our podcast can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Love you so much and thank you for listening and supporting our team. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.